Hello and welcome to Seonyak Magazine in this bright and flowery season. As you know, True Father's directions for this new era are to unify North and South Korea and spread the blessing throughout the world. This month, we first report on True Parents' recent activities. They have impressed God's will upon our hearts, devoting their lives to the unification of North and South and the blessing.
North-South unification and the 400 million couples blessing. From now on, you should work boldly at the risk of your life for 4 years until 2003, holding the flag of North-South unification in one hand and the flag of blessing in the other hand. It was these two basic tasks that True Parents repeatedly emphasized until the last moment before their departure on April 6th. This is our holy mission destined in this new era that must absolutely be fulfilled. A special workshop for national leaders was held after the successful rallies for North-South unification. All leaders from the main organizations of the unification movement in Korea participated. It was significant as the first leaders' conference in which new responsibilities and directions for the new era were announced. The conference was preceded by Hoon-dok-hae and True Father's speech. True Father's voice was hoarse from his 21-city tour. Nonetheless, he continued to give the leaders new directions and responsibilities for the new era. How can we fulfill Father's new direction? True Father emphasized that we can restore the Heavenly Fatherland if all blessed families are resurrected and completely devote their lives to the activities, sleeping just one night at home during 4 days of activity. The 3-day workshop was mainly Hoon-dok-hae and Father's speeches from 7 a.m. till midnight. All participants strongly vowed to accomplish the goal of unification of the fatherland. The Inter-Religious Federation organized a special religious leaders gathering for the unification of Korea. There were approximately 400 denominational leaders from Christianity, Buddhism, the Chundo religion, and so on. The event began as soon as True Parents arrived. The event began with the benediction given by Reverend Kim, President of the Association of Korea's Jesus Presbyterian Denomination, followed by Reverend Kwok's speech, and congratulatory speeches by Reverend Che, Director of Sungkyunkwan University, and Reverend Kim, head of the Chundo religion.
하나님을 중심으로 모시고 지상 천국 조국 광복 이상을 복귀하여야 합니다.
What is the role and mission of the religious for the unification of Korea? Reading from the speech, The Course for Princes and Princesses of God, True Father strongly encouraged the religious leaders to head the movement for national reconciliation and unification. On March 20th, True Parents suddenly visited Cheonpyeong, delaying their departure from Korea, and called together the national messiahs and regional church leaders. In In this meeting, the participants evaluated the WCSF 2000, the North-South Unification Rallies, and listened to a report of the Japanese rallies for North-South and East-West Unification, and a report about the fishing competition in Jeju Island. The report on the ALC activities in America was especially unique. Tom McDivitt said that many of the American leaders who were inspired by the Hoon-Dok-hae conferences are now promoting very influential projects in American society. Some of the examples given in the report were, there is a campaign for men to become true fathers. The American Congress decided to provide $15 million for the abstinence campaign for youth. The governor of Oklahoma is promoting a policy to reduce the divorce rate by 2/3. And the city of Detroit is promoting a nonviolent zone. True Father instructed that each nation should follow the example of the ALC activities that is quickly expanding its foundation in America and establish the Hoon-Dok-hae meetings among leaders. The workshop schedule was extremely busy with Hoon-Dok-hae and True Father's words. We were very sorry to hear that True Father was ill with the fever. It again showed that he is not concerned about his circumstances, but is desperate to open the new era for God. He continuously teaches us about God's circumstances. Despite the coming of the first original spring since the creation, we were too insensitive to feel the atmosphere of the new spring. It is truly lamentable that we could not become true objects before God's words, and could not show the example of unification yet to the world.
그런 책임을 자주적인 입장에서 실어야 되는 하나가 참고 냄새.
The meeting of the national messiahs and regional church leaders continued through the night, changing its location from Cheongpyeong to the Hanam-dong residence. Some national messiahs who were attending the workshop in the Pantanal of South America joined this evening's meeting called by True Father. True Father strongly instructed all the national messiahs to work in Korea for 4 years until 2003, and to become the substantial incarnation of the Word, which is love, life, and truth.
누구들 믿고 내 나라를 뺏겨가지고 쉴 수 있게 되냐. 말씀이 하나님과 일체화돼가지고 핑계성이 이루어질 수 없어. 실체에 대해서 원리적으로 나타나게 되면 안 되나.
At this special meeting held for 3 days and 2 nights, True Father completely exhausted himself, pouring out his desperate heart to the leaders to change their attitudes. All the participants were moved by Father's heart, thoroughly repented of their habitual life of the past, and determined to become again the leading force of the unification movement. On April 2nd, True Parents visited the headquarter church on the first Sunday of the month. After the Hoon-Dok-hae, True Father spoke on the topic, True Love is the perfection of value in the realm of the original object.
절대 신앙, 절대 사랑, 절대 복종, 일체 밤에 나라 정하세 일체권을 이루겠다 할 때는 이 자리에 참 사랑을 중심 삼고 올라갈 수 있는.
True Father came as an incarnation of true love in this fallen age, and unconditionally engrafted his love into our hearts. The congregation appreciated True Parents' words wholeheartedly, and wished them long life, determining themselves to become the substance of true love. At 10 a.m. on April 4th, True Parents offered a prayer for the opening of the Cheongshim Pagoda at Cheongpyeong.
아멘. 아멘.
After True Parents unveiled the pagoda, they sanctified every corner and aspect of the pagoda and blessed it to be the eternal symbol of unification families. pagoda was constructed over a one-year period and is 33 meters high. The outside of the pagoda shows depictions of the divine principle, such as the dual characteristics, and True Parents' life course carved in relief. True Parents also sanctified the other newly opened facilities, such as the Junction 1, the prayer sanctuary, the Cheongsu Tong, a public bathhouse, and the Cheongsu Sung Pokjeon, the workshop store. True Father renamed the Cheongpyeong Workshop Center as the Cosmic Cheongpyeong Workshop Center on March 15th. Now Cheongpyeong is completely regenerated as the special workshop center of the spirit world and physical world, and the eternal homeland of heart for unification families. The 41st True Parents Day was commemorated in combination with True Parents' 40th Holy Wedding Anniversary. Pledge service was held at the Hanamdong residence at 7 a.m., and the commemorative service took place at the Cutie Central Training Center at 10 a.m. True Father proclaimed the start of the second 40-year course as of this day. Entertainment was held in the Little Angels Hall at 7 p.m. All the performers and the audience strove to console True Parents' suffering heart on this occasion.
전지간의 새까만 어둠을 밝히시어 사탄의 존간 나를 지금 모르게 촉치시는 경애하는 삼부모님의 높으신 뜻받들어 십역상 축복이 마침내 드디어 기필코 이루어졌습니다.
상대자는 고조 북쪽의 리꾼이 깐나. 사진하고 너무 달라서. 알려드리겠습니다. 오늘 매칭된 쌍두는 아직 성별 기간이 많이 남아 있습니다. 약혼식장에는 감시 카메라가 작동 중인 있기니 사소한 조동아리 조촉은 절대 삼가해 주시라요.
우리 성성을 모아서 보따발과 경목거리를 우리 함께 부모님께 올리겠습니다. 참 부모의 날 하나님의 조국 사람의 씨가 생겨난다. 알겠나 무슨 말인지?
April 6th was True Parents' date of departure from Korea.
하나님의 조국이 없어. 하나님의 나라가 없다는 사실. 비통하니까. 여기 그새가 빽거리 너가라 우는 것을 느껴야 돼. 어디 가야 돼.
True Father called the world leaders to his residence and led a final meeting from 7 a.m. to the last moment before departure. True Father earnestly asked them to work hard for the unification of North and South Korea. Father left 10 directions at this meeting. North-South unification should absolutely be accomplished in order to close the providence of restoration of 6,000 years.
전부 다 결혼 경활의 것을 갖고 그래. 그래서 지금까지 하던 모든 습관을 다 집어치워. 응? 내가 없으면 안 되고 내가 할 건다고. 그래서 하나님이 도와줘야 돼. 하나님이 앞장설 수 있는 가르쳐야 돼. 내 하나님이니까.
There is just one way to go. It is to practice Father's words in true love by following God at the risk of one's life.
나라! 내 나라야 내 나라. 참 사람이 살 수 있는 내 나라. 살아도 나라. 밥을 먹어도 나라 때문에. 아이고 그거 춤추는 날을 맞추면 안 돼요. 벌써 그 필생의 소원이야. 조국 광복.
The leaders then strongly sang a Korean traditional song about the moon, anticipating the day of independence of the fatherland, when all will dance and sing together with God and true parents.
True Parents proclaimed the start of a second 40-year course on the occasion of the 41st True Parents Day, which was commemorated along with True Parents' 40th Holy Wedding Anniversary. Following is a summary of Father's prayer and speech at the ceremony.
오늘이 무슨 날이라고요? 네? 참부모의 날. 이 자랑도한 말씀을 통해서 참부모가 어떤 분을 알았을 거예요. 참부모는 살아가는 세계를 전체 책임지고 해당시켜야 할 주인을 두고 말합니다. 지상세계의 인류의 해방은 물론이요. 천상세계가 있는 우리 선조들도 해방해야만 다 해방한 후에 하나님을 해방할 수 있다고 여러분 알아야 됩니다. 미지에서 타락했기 때문에 그건 인간 세계에서 그것을 찾아가지고 해결해야 되지만 그 모든 전체 해결 내용을 찾아 해결해가지고 오시는 분이 메시아이기 때문에 메시아만 절대 믿게 된다면 그 모든 전부가 메시아의 안팎에 알고 있는 섭리의 내용을 언제든지 상습할 수 있는 내용을 갖추고 메시아. 그렇기 때문에 메시아 될 수 있는 분은 영계에 가가지고 영적 세계에 통일을 해가지고 지상 세계에 돌고정 해야 된다 그 말이에요. 알겠어? 그런데 한국에 있어서 기독교가 반대함으로 말하면 하나님의 뜻을 이룰 수 있는 기준이 정해야 돼요. 대한민국 구조적 내용을 두고 보면 가정이 그 단위입니다. 가정이 근본이에요. 그렇기 때문에 그때 3천만을 했던 3천만 민족 앞에 가정들만 딱 축복하면 나라의 모습이 전부 다 가정을 두고 하나 돼요. 그리고 가정만 하나 되게 되면 여기는 개인적 자연의 세상에 종교 일권이 중요하고 개인 가정 종교 민족 이 국가의 개인 아벨권 중심 삼아가지고 기독교가 되면 종교권을 중심 삼고 가해로 하나 나라를 가지고 하나 만들게 되어 있잖아요. 그래서 종교권을 하나 되면 그 다음에 전부 다 민족 전체가 법을 통해서 하나 안 될 수 없는 이런 환경이 됐더니 그 환경에 하나 된 그 축복받은 가정들이 천국에 이행할 수, 옮겨갈 수 있는 중심의 나라가 되기 때문에 기독교 사상으로 지금까지 바라는 소원의 이스라엘 민족을 중심 삼고 국가 편성을 전부 다 완성해야 그 완성한 기준의 것은 로마 시대가 아니야. 지금 현재 세계적 시대에 있어서 들어서 조국 광복이 벌어짐으로 말미암아 이것은 전 세계에 연결시켜가지고 일어나실 수 있음으로 말미암아 지상 천국 천상 천국이 형성된다. 아무리 지상 천국 천상 천국의 형태가 형성되더라도 행적인 인류 전체는 형제지만 아시겠어요? 형적인 이 세계 인류는 행적인 세계 형제적 입장이지 형제입니다. 여러 번간에 가야나 그러지만 이 중심이 될 수 있는 부모 부모가 있어야 되고 자녀가 있어야 되는데 이것이 전부 다 상하 좌우 전후 또 가정 형태를 보게 된다면은 상은 아버지라면 아들은 자세 아들은 하고 좌우 좌가 아내라면 그대는 우는 남편이고 전후는 전부 다 아들 딸. 이 세세의 기준이 국가적 기준에서 이루어진 나라를 완전히 통일되는 나라를 상하 좌우 전후. 그렇지 않아요? 이 전후될 수 있어. 상하로 될 수 있는 이 기준을 중심 삼고 상하 좌우 전후가 될 텐데 이것을 반대함으로 말미암아 한국과 세계의 갈 길이 막혀버렸다 하는 거예요. 아시겠어요? 교회가 세계적으로 소문났던 어마어마한 그 세계가 발세 복구의 과정을 수만 곡을 넘었었다는 거야. 보니까 좋다는 거지. 사람도 좋고 가정도 이성적이고 내거로운 모든 사상적 세계 없고 무엇을 보나 종교권을 능가할 수 있고 사상을 능가해가지고 하나의 통일천하를 중심 삼고 참된 준 하나님을 모셔가지고 평화의 기지가 될 것이고 해방의 기지가 맞는 전부가 지상 천국 상속자가 될 수 있는 영광의 가정으로부터 국가가 된다. 그 이상 뭐 있겠어요? 그래, 기독교에게는 대한민국이 40년 8대 대통령, 7대 대통령이 8대 소리좀 지금 뭐 반대 가락도 있긴 있지만 말이야. 이게 반대해, 좀 망하기를 반대고 국가 구의 이시를 전부 다 선사시고 별의별 욕을 다 했지만 대한민국 주권도 이제는 문청제가 필요해. 아무리 해도 민족을 수습할 수 없는데 전부 다 원수 일본 사람, 원수 독일 사람, 미국 사람 전부 다 하나 만드는 거 보니까 원수시하지 않은 한국 민족을 하나 만드는 것은 문제 있다 없다? 있다! 무슨 죄로 이겼어? 그 선생님하고 이겨보니 기분 좋잖아? 그런 시대가 됐어요. 요즘 북한까지도 그래요. 북한까지도. 알겠지? 자, 그래. 이제 남북 통일. 지금 어디까지 왔냐면 세계, 미국도 그렇고 기독교 문화까지 갈 때여서 내 공문에 다 달렸다고. 그래서 남북미 기독교에서 반대해가지고 문책을 터트려진 그 모든 전부의 터전을 찾아가가지고 구교와 신교를 하나로 만들 수 있는 노력을 지금까지 했어. 조건적인 입장에서 하루도 남았어. 그래서 거기에 학교를 짓고 거기에 뭐 시설을 하기 때문에 4년 동안에 미국에 30년, 20 그때는 뭐냐면 6년 동안, 17년 동안 한일을 4년 동안 평준화시켰어. 이제 구교도 신교도 레브렌문이 가르쳐준 그 원리의 말씀을 따라가지 않으면 기독교는 이미 멸망돼 있어. 사생활 길이 없다고 하기 때문에 그런 분위기가 이마 전부 다 부풀어 올라서 우리 같은 사람 붙들고 이민족을 구하자가 조국 광복 전통적 역사의 자료가 온만 인류를 내겨낼 수 있고 천상세계에 있는 모든 누구든지 녹여낼 수 있는 내용이 거기에 들어있기 때문에 비참한 한국을 사랑해야 되는 것, 한국의 선생님이 맞다는 것도 다 이건 맞는 말이었어, 거짓말 같어. 자, 그래서 한국에 있어서의 남북 통일을 주도해야 할 책임이 있기 때문에 21일간 이 노력을 해가지고 그때 선포한 것이 뭐냐면 여기 80 이하의 사람은 내 동생이다. 그리 어느 분아 야야야 생각해가지고 교육받아라 했던 말이 그걸 모르고 신문나보다 그랬기 때문에 모르는 사람이 없어. 또 여자들은 말이야 반지를 전부 15,000개나 넣어줬어. 그 15,000개는 진짜 내 동생이야. 알겠어? 타락한 해방에서는 말이야 오빠를 잃어버린 거고 남편을 잃어버린 거고 아버지를 잃어버린 거고 할아버지를 잃어버린 거고 왕을 잃어버린 거야. 그런 오빠 참 보면 그런 분이라고 개인 완성, 동생도 완성, 오빠도 완성, 아버지, 어머니 완성, 부부, 할아버지, 할머니 완성. 그러니까 여자들은 전부 다 선생님에 걸려 들었나 안 들었나? 들었나 안 들었나? 나 오늘 저 약속 하나, 좋은 약속 하나 하면 좋겠나 안 하면 좋겠나? 일본 사람들만. 어? 좋은 약속 하면 하면 좋겠어? 나쁘겠어? 좋고 좋은 일이 왜 일본 사람들 지금 책임도 못하는데 앞으로 한국 사람 그 아줌마들한테 반지 하나씩은 참 다 이번 선생님이 하지 반지 얼마인데 그 하나씩은 사줘야 되겠다 결심하는 사람 손들어봐. 이게 뭐 이 이런가 이게 그게 얼마나 귀한지 알아? 형제가 생겨 형제가. 일본 나라와 어머니 나라 하려면 형제를 묶어야 돼. 아시겠어요? 가해자들이 형제가 하나 돼야만 어머니 아버지 설자리 있어요. 그래서 일본에도 반지 놀아줬지? 놀아줬나? 나는 어머니가 반지 놀아줬지? 미국도 다 하는 거야. 이것이 너희들 단민족끼리 할 것이 아니라 세 나라가 한 나라가 되어야죠. 한 가정이 되어 있기 때문에 미국 사람, 일본 사람, 한국 사람 세계의 네 동생 누님들을 통해 가져가지고 사랑의 표시로서 결석의 약속으로서 반지를 교환해야 할 때가 왔나니라. 그만에 있고 싶겠어. 외국 가가지고 전부 다 언니 동생 사는데 같이 살고 싶겠어. 그 보따리 싸가지고 출동하지 말래도 마음이 싱숭생숭해가지고 봄철된 저 새내아들이 바람께 생겨가지고 저 봄동산을 헤매서라도 찾아가지 않을 수 없는 환경이 벌어질 것이다. 그걸 생각할 때 문총재 그 전략적인 방법이 좋고 나쁠 거. 그럼 오늘 이와 같은 날 부모의 날을 모여가지고 절을 할 수 있는 내용이었습니다. 무슨 지의 날을 추구하는 것도 필요하겠지. 나머지 최후의 장벽인 남북 통일 이것을 위하여 온 세계 통일 교인들을 파견 여기에 초점을 맞춰가지고 하나님의 나라 아시겠어? 참 부모의 나라, 참 가정의 나라, 참 가정의 나라, 참 가정의 세계, 참 가정의 하나의 땅을 이것을 일어나시킴으로 말미암아 지상에 하나님이 이상하였던 천국이 무너지고 개인 천국이 아니야. 수천만 년 역사한 천국이 비로소 서생하는 것이요. 이 서생된 천국 근황으로 천국이 비어있던 아담이가 실패했던 모든 실패했던 이 구멍이 들어서 한꺼번에 다 맞춤으로 말미암아 타락하지 않은 사실을 본 하나님의 자를 찾아가지고 만국의 주인으로 통치할 수 있는 세계가 영원불멸 우리가 살 수 있는 천국 땅이요 조국이었더라. 아멘. 자, 그 일을 위해서 무엇보다 하나님이 제일 수고했고 참부분이 제일 수고했으니 여러분 제3 수고에 수고할 수 있는 왕자 왕녀가 되어야 할 것이 뜻이었기 때문에 이번 강연 한 내내 하나님의 왕자 왕녀의 생애노정회를 강연을 지금 하고 있는 거예요. 아시겠어요? 다 알겠나? 한국 놈들. 아? 너희들은 언니야 언니. 형님도 해준다고. 형님이 동생을 사랑해가지고 가르쳐줘야 되는 거야. 그 일본 가가지고 한국 사람이 가르쳐주고 다 하기 때문에 일본이 저 쬐끈하고 저 방패 선생님이 하고 있는 걸 알아야 돼. 알겠나? 한 나라야. 이제 미국이 일본과 한국의 합해서 이 천사장 아들을 사랑해야 돼. 자, 그런 의미에서 남북통일 우리 조국 광복 고향도 찾고 고향은 지구서이요. 우리의 영원한 조국은 하늘나라. 하나님을 중심 모시고 영원히 살 수 있는 조국 광복을 위할 수 있는 의영문이요. 전부 다 뭐라고 용사로서의 출동명령이라 했으면 거기에 행진을 도대할 것이야 받대할 것이야. 그런 용사가 되겠다는 사람 쌍수를 들어 맹세할지어다. 우와 박수해. 해봐라 박수. 아이고 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 아이고. 천지의 화동을 이루어 놓어 당신의 봄동산이 꽃이 만발한 올해 봄과 같이 될 시기를 얼마나 고대했습니까? 오늘 온 세계 눌리서 여기에 마음을 먹고 영계자도 마음을 먹고 부모님 모시고 초가들은 이 자리에 참석하고 싶은 마음들, 영계도 그렇고 지성도 그렇고 그 모든 자들을 같은 논사를 나누시어서 축복의 은사와 그 우승 앞에 만민 해방적 은사를 풍성히 주어가지고 자주적인 자각은 실천해서 하나님 앞에 충성의 도리, 성자의 도리의 책임을 하겠다고 몸부림쳐 세계를, 나라를 위하여 세계를 바치고 갈 의욕과 결심을 가지고 움직이는 우리의 영원한 하나님의 가호와 축복이 함께하기를 간절히 바라고 원합니다. 온 세계 만민까지도 그들의 축복을 나눠서 받게끔 인도하시어서 해원성사 만국의 만민들이 하나님의 권석이 될 수 있는 것을 참부모도 원하고 모든 통일교 전체 하늘나라에 있는 축복받은 전체 아버지 전체 바라는 소원이 이 일이 촉진할 수 있는 그날을 위하여 그리워하고 노력하면서 전진을 재착하고 할 수 있는 무리들 되시어 승리의 패권을 하나 앞에 들어줄 수 있게끔 축복하야죠. 그래 간절히 바라면서 이 모든 말씀 만 40주를 맞는 이 참 부모의 날을 중심 삼아가지고 축원하오니 소원을 이루시옵소서. 참부모의 이름으로 기도하면서 축원하나이다.
아멘. 아멘.
오늘이 부모님의 40년 전부 다 40주 결혼식의 날이에요. 아시겠어요? 이것을 영원히 40, 41차, 2차, 3차, 100차, 1000차 계속할 수 있는 것을 이날 하나님 땅에 선포해요. 아시겠어요? 네. 2차 40년, 100차 40년. 선생님이 가르치는 모든 말씀과 더불어 일체가 될 때는 사탄식에는 그 40년 탕감 승리권에 한 발짝도 들을 수 없어. 그러니까 그런 권위를 역사적으로 연결시켜야 할 부모님으로 책임이 있기 때문에 여러분들이 40년 기간에 하지 못했던 것을 이제 제2차 40년을 충분히 채워가지고 후손들에게 또 새로운 40년을 빛나게 맞이할 수 있기는 역사를 통해 남길 것이었다. 약속하지? 그렇게 전수시켜야 되겠다.
All of Korea yearns for the unification of North and South. It is the foundation for world peace and the wish of God. Songyak magazine reflects on the sacrifices true parents have made in order to achieve unification.
When the false love ended, they came as true love. They have lived as parents of heaven and earth for 40 years. They have removed the darkness of death with the light of Heavenly Father, our beloved true Father and true Mother. You are the sun and the moon shining with true love. You are the Lord who recreated the cosmos and humankind. We pray for your good health until the day of the unification of the fatherland. Parents celebrated the first moment of the new millennium in America. The motto this year was, "The cosmic expansion of true love is the perfection of the new millennial kingdom of God." True parents have joyfully opened the era of the millennial kingdom of eternal peace, liquidating all of the providence of restoration to indemnity through the long 6,000 years. anniversary of True Parents' birthday and the WCSF 2000. It was the greatest sequence of events ever held in church history. It was a tremendous cosmic victory that splendidly illuminated the noble life of true parents for God and humankind. True Father declared the opening of the millennial kingdom with this event, centering on the family house for cosmic peace and unification. The Cosmic True Parents Federation was inaugurated by True Parents, along with the participants of WCSF 2000. True Parents are continuing the long march in order to establish God's fatherland in this nation. True Parents initiated intensive rallies for North-South unification in 21 cities across Korea, and for North-South and East-West unification in 4 cities of Japan. The deep passion of True Parents in this heavenly message of unification permeated the hearts of participants and resurrected their spirits.
형님도 문제다. 형님도 문제 없고. 그건 내 형제야, 내 형제야. 여러분, 우리 자신과 한 민족과 여기 들어오는 남북들 신앙화합시다.
사회 동포가 서로 참된 형제자매가 되어 평화와 자유와 정의가 넘치는 새로운 천년왕국이 시작되기를 기원합니다.
Father read the speeches. North-South unification and world unification will be accomplished by true love, and the course of life for the princes and princesses of God. After the speech, drawings were held for commemorative rings, a gift from True Parents for the practice of true love and unification. The Song of Victory echoed throughout the Korean peninsula during the Victory celebration. For the participants, it was a wonderful opportunity to understand the true significance of North-South unification and the independence of God's fatherland. From the beginning of this year until now, Victory for God has continued in every moment and each event. Everything was made possible because of True Parents' tearful devotion and their 40-year foundation for unification. A few days before the events, True Father visited Namsan Mountain in Seoul on a snowy day before the Lunar New Year. Viewing the mountain ridges, True Father reflected upon his past years and prayed for the coming of the new age. In the early 1960s, True Father climbed this mountain with a small group of followers, singing holy songs together. True Father was more confident and determined than any who came before him to realize God's will for Korea, end its separation, and realize world peace through the unification of North and South. Thus, we could inherit his faith in unification. inauguration of the International Federation for Victory over Communism in 1968, True Parents have substantially built an international foundation to overcome communism in order to realize the unification of Korea and conclude the history of the 6,000-year providence. True Father appealed to the young people and the intellectuals to become ardent activists in the movement of unification. When Father laid the cornerstone for unification in 1986, he climbed Hala Mountain in Jeju and made a resolution to fulfill the North-South unification of Korea. Praying, "Dear Heavenly Father, please receive our devotion for this nation." On November 30th, 1991, at the risk of their lives, True Parents suddenly visited Pyongyang, which had treated them as an enemy. It was sensational news to the world, and we were all amazed. Father declared, "We must abolish Chuche thought, and then North and South must be united, centering on God." While True Father was giving a clear, direct message at the risk of his life, the place of his speech was full of tension. True Father, however, led them to sign the epoch-making agreement between North and South Korea. Inspired by Father's dignity, Kim Il-sung promised him to implement peaceful unification and to establish a brotherhood relationship. This victory symbolized the victory of Esau and Jacob in the Bible. The great efforts of True Parents for unification have contributed to the rapidly increasing exchanges between North and South Korea. Has truly brought the good fortune of North-South unification at the beginning of a new era. No matter how full of selfishness this world still is, not realizing God's will, True Father just continues to concentrate on God's providence day and night. Many a time, Father has been so desperate, watching us who do not feel the urgency of heaven. Father postponed his departure from Korea twice and continued his earnest appeal for us to be at the forefront instead of Father. We truly felt ashamed and remorseful. The furrowed brows, the tearful face, the sorrowful heart. Dear True Father and True Mother, on this occasion of the 41st True Parents' Day, we rise as the leading part of the movement of unification and desire your burdened heart to be relieved. We envision the lake of Paektu singing and the Hala Mountain dancing. We long to return to Cheonju with True Parents and to realize the unification of the two Koreas. We make our resolution to charge forward fearlessly in order to realize this vision and dream.
True Parents' tour ignited Korea's desire for unification. We take a closer look at the leader seminars for the advancement of North and South unification, which were opened in every administrative district after the tour.
Unification Seminar for the Advancement of Unification is awakening the desire for unification in cities, counties, and towns throughout the Korean Peninsula. It began in 11 cities which have been divided into 4 regions: Seoul, Chungcheong, Honam, and Yeongnam. From the 31st of March to the 3rd of April, seminars were held under the subject The 21st Century Vision of Korea and Unification. The seminars were held before the elections for the 16th National Assembly and were attended by all levels of society, such as the religious, the scientific, and the financial fields, and also included members of the National Assembly. The seminars consisted of a video presentation introducing true parents and a Hundok speech titled The Path of Life to be Followed by the Prince and Princess of God. Main speeches were given by Reverend Chung Hwan Kwak in the Yeongnam region, Reverend Bo Hee Park in the Chungcheong region, Reverend Sun Jo Hwang in the Honam region, and Reverend Yong Soo Seol in the Seoul region. All participants were enthusiastic about their speeches. On March 31st, Reverend Kwak gave a speech titled Unification and the Vision of Korea from God's View of the Providence in Changwon, where the seminars began. Reverend Park also gave a great speech titled The Ending of Communism and the Beginning of the Unification of South and North. He explained in detail the contributions made by the Washington Times and how it influenced the Strategic Defenses Initiative which brought about the collapse of the Soviet Union. He said Reverend Moon is considered the best contributor to the end of the Cold War. A thunderous applause arose at this speech. Reverend Hwang gave a speech in the Honam and Seoul regions titled A Unified Country Beyond the Conflict and Division of the Korean Peninsula. Korea's limitations as a divided country, the wasting of national power, the agony of North and South people, and the desperateness of the nation are reasons why we should unify the country. In the Seoul region, Reverend Seol gave a presentation titled The Leader's Role in Unifying the Country. He began by reading the preamble to the Constitution of North Korea for awareness and a precise understanding of North Korea. He stressed that North Korea has changed nothing in their strategies against South Korea. He stressed that the role of leaders is to equip people with one national spirit in preparation for the general election of North and South. Attendants of all social standings in this conference pledged that they would participate in unification projects which seek unification through true love for a foundation for world peace regardless of religion, nation, or sex. In this manner, the Leaders' Seminar for the Unification of North and South took place in 11 cities. Although it is over, its presence still resides in the 253 cities, counties, and districts, as well as the 3,616 villages within every corner of the country, and hopefully will continue to do so until the 18th of April, at which time a conference and welcoming address will be given by each regional leader. There will be a main speech and video presentation followed by a Hundok speech. Main speeches will be given by national messiahs who went abroad for missionary work and return later, following true parents' order. National messiahs are proud of their experiences in their mission country and raise their voices to the people, urging them to work together to unify Korea.
우리 국민들이 전부가 다 우리 문선명 선생같이 이러한 마음을 가지고 전 국민이 힘을 합쳤으면 좋을 이렇게 보고 있습니다.
오늘 강의를 들음으로 해서 통일이 더 가까워진 것 같습니다.
God has sought for the divine country for over 6,000 years. This is the impending time when we must build God's nation. As the chosen people, we should have a determined mindset and spread our unification ideology with true love to the whole world. These seminars are valuable and will help open a new time and start a new history through our combined efforts with God and our ancestors.
Next, we report on this month's unification news. First, we present clips of Hyunjinim's inauguration as president of World CARP. On March 31st, Hyunjinim took up his post as president of World CARP, the center of the unification youth movement. The inauguration ceremony was held at the church in Washington, D.C. Hyunjinim emphasized CARP's role as a cornerstone of the providence for the second generation in the new settlement age. He also spoke on the importance of inheriting the artistic tradition of the first generation and continuing to penetrate society by building the organization on the national level. After the inauguration, Hyunjinim held meetings until April 2nd with about 30 CARP presidents from around the world. Taking the Japanese CARP as a model, they discussed the future direction of CARP and resolved to achieve success. Memorial services for Mr. Seung-Hoon Han and Tae Hyung-nim were held at the Chung-Eui Hall. Representative relatives, leaders of various organizations, and central members participated in the services. Participants took the time to remember the lives of the deceased, and the services included offerings of bows, drinks, incense, and reading of eulogies. The memorial service for Mr. Seung-Hoon Han was held on March 8th. Mr. Han was Taemonim's husband and True Mother's physical father. He was blessed in the spirit world in 1995, and a memorial service has been held annually since then. During the service, Mr. Uil Han spoke. He lived his entire life as an educator, devoting his life to educating children living in the remote islands and in the mountains. He led a Christian life of faith, unlimited by any sect. He was a man of taciturnity and integrity. During the memorial service for Tae Hyung-nim, which was held on April 9th, President Sun Jo-hwang said that members should inherit Tae Hyung-nim's absolute faith in True Father, and that we should liberate true parents from suffering by completing the tribal messiahship. A memorial service was held at Hanshik Day for senior unification members who walked the path of God's will with all their heart and strength. The day coincided with the 41st True Parents Day, so the memorial was held a day earlier at the Paju Wonjeon on April 4th. Representative relatives and central members participated in the memorial service, where there were offerings of bows, flowers, and incense. Participants took the time to reflect on their own lives and resolved to inherit the life course of the senior members. They determined to lead the unification of Korea, which is the heavenly command of this new age, and to successfully accomplish the goal of the forthcoming blessings. The 26th ceremony for completing the course of Sunjandan was held in the True Family Culture Center on March 23rd. President Sun Jo-hwang explained that unification movement leaders are providential leaders and therefore should center and define their lives, thoughts, ideas, and activities by the providence. Among the 48 members who completed the course, 35 will lead the public life. The inauguration ceremony for the President of the Federation for the Unification of South and North Korea and the Federation for the International Victory over Communism was held at the Seged Times International Training Center Sapphire Hall on March 15th. President Sun Jo-hwang, former president of these federations, emphasized that the two federations should endeavor to build a mind-centered culture and create the foundation for Korea's unification. The new president, Jong Kwan-yu, the National Messiah of Mexico, announced that the two federations will work closely together with the Women's Federation and Youth Federation to promote the unification of Korea. Society welcomes the purity movement. The Dongdaemun Regional Church held a founding ceremony for an organization to monitor the environment for youth at the Culture House on April 3rd. The watchdog organization has the support of the district office, which recognizes the importance of the purity movement. The Dongdaemun-gu Purity Movement Branch Office has been continuously working for the purity movement by providing purity education to principals, teachers, and parents. Purity education for parents and a dedication ceremony were held in Bucheon Education Ministry on March 23rd. After President Bong Tae-kim's speech, all participating parents resolved to keep their physical and spiritual purity and furthermore create true families by practicing true love and educating their children proper values. An inauguration ceremony for the president of the Seged Times National Association
was held on March 28th at the Sega Times International Training Center. The association is responsible for improving the Sega Times and its public relations. The newly appointed president, Bong-tae Kim, who is also the vice president of the Sega Times, stressed in his speech that the committee members should lead the realization of a moral society and the education of proper values. Il-sung's fifth condo project, the Southhan River Condo, which opened on December 10th in Yuzhou City, is now in the black. Located about an hour away from Seoul, in a city renowned for its ceramics, the condo lies amidst the beautiful scenery of the Southhan River. The complex includes 13 floors and 168 rooms, a sky lounge, nekbansak sauna, seminar room, entertainment room, and various other places for customers' comfort and enjoyment. Most of the rooms have been full every weekend. Il-sung Condo is fourth among 40 condo companies in terms of rooming availability. With this foundation, Il-sung is doing its best to top the condo market in the new millennium.
True Mother and Hyunjinim conducted speech tours in April, providing inspiration for the unification of North and South Korea. This new millennium heralds the start of unification. Let us all endeavor to march forward with true parents to reach this goal and spread the blessing around the world. Thank you for joining us.